Hey everyone, my name is Keely Starnes, and today I'm going to walk you through the main participants in the court process. The justice system might seem really complicated, but it really just comes down to a group of people, each with their own role, working together, or even against each other. To start, for civil cases, the plaintiff is the person who brings the case to court. They're like the ones saying, something wrong happened and I want the court to fix it. They could have lost their money in a contract dispute, or maybe they want damages for an injury. On the other side of this, we have the respondent, who is basically the one answering the claim. They're really defending themselves against what the plaintiff is saying. In family court, for example, a respondent might be the person answering a divorce petition or even a custody request. Now, switching over to criminal cases, the person at the center of this is the accused. That's the person who is charged with committing a crime. And that's important to remember because the accused is innocent until proven guilty. They have rights guaranteed by the Constitution, like their right to remain silent and the right to an attorney. With attorneys, there are two really different sides, the prosecutor and the defense attorney. The prosecutor represents the government, not the victim. Their job is to prove, beyond a reasonable doubt, that the accused committed the crime. They're responsible for presenting all the evidence, questioning witnesses, and pushing for accountability. But their job isn't just about winning, it's about seeking justice, even if that means dropping charges when the evidence doesn't hold up. On the other side, the defense attorney is there to protect the accused. Whether it's a private lawyer or public defender, their job is to make sure that the government meets its burden of proof. They question the witnesses, they challenge evidence, and they even present their client's side of the story. They're like the safeguard against wrongful convictions. Then there's the judge. The judge is like the referee of the courtroom. They don't take sides, they do everything that follows the law and make sure everything follows the law. Judges rule on what evidence can be used, explain the legal standards to the jury, and in cases without a jury, they're the ones who make the final decision. And if someone is found guilty, the judge also decides the sentence. Now, we can talk about the victim. The victim is the person who was harmed by the crime that occurred. While the prosecutor represents the state, victims often share their experiences in testimony or in victim impact statements. Their perspective is vital because it reminds everyone in the courtroom that these aren't just abstract legal issues. Real, people's lives are affected. The witnesses also play a really big role in this. Some are eyewitnesses, saying what they saw or heard. Others are experts, like doctors or forensic specialists. Witnesses help the court get closer to the truth and provide evidence. And we also can't forget about the police. They're usually the first step in the process. Police investigate the crime, collect evidence, and sometimes testify about what they discovered. They helped build on the foundation for what happens in court. And then finally, we have the juries. Juries are made up of regular citizens. Their job is to listen carefully to the evidence, apply the law as the judge explains it, and then decide whether the accused is guilty or not guilty. The jury is important because it makes sure that justice isn't just in the hands of the government, but also in the hands of the community. So when you put all these participants together, the plaintiff and the respondent in civil cases, the accused, and the attorneys, the judge, the victim, witnesses, police, and jury, all in criminal cases, you can really see how the court process is just a system of checks and balances. Each role is different, but every single one of them is very important and vital. In the end, the goal of all these participants is the same: to make sure justice is fair, accurate, and respectful of everyone's rights, even if it's in civil cases, even if it's in criminal cases, it doesn't matter. All the participants is to make sure justice is fair, accurate, and respectful. And it doesn't really matter what type of case you're talking about. civil or criminal. It's just in general. So, thank you. Bye.